Hello everyone, Grandpathenerd here. Welcome back to my channel. And tonight, this week, however it goes, I'm gonna talk real short about this because I don't want to spoil this movie. And if I give you too much information, it'll spoil it. So what you get is what you get. So bear with me. So a year ago, I ordered some movies from one of my favorite places, Severin, and I finally watched it. I'm a little slow, and it's called The Last Horror Film. There's the back, there's the inside, and that's that. Now, it did come with a book. Boom! The Last Horror Film, Part 1, How to Not Make a Horror Film, by co-producer, co-writer, and co-star Judd Hamilton. If you get your hands on this movie, somehow, I'm sure it's out of print by now, get your hands on it, you can see for yourself in the features. There's an audio interview with Judd Hamilton. This is why he doesn't make movies anymore. Part 2, a violent, non-violent statement. Interview with David Winters at the Cannes Film Festival in 1981. And then Part 3, promotional materials. And as you can see, I don't want to open it too wide, but there's your promotional materials, and there's, all the story stuff. I know I'm being, I want to see more. I don't want to open it. I'm weird like that. But they gave it an alternative cover, called it Maniac 2. Well, as we know, I do believe there was a small little sample of, like a small video that Joe did that was Maniac 2, like a teaser or something. But so they just called this one Maniac 2. And then Joe being weird on the back, because Joe was weird in real life. Some good interview. There's some good interviews on here. There's one on here with Sal Sriracha, one of his good friends. Joe was a weird guy. So anyway, Maniac 2, Last Horror Film, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, it's got Joe's mom's in it too. Joe Spinell's mom's in it too. But it's Joe and Caroline Monroe together again, doing what they like to do, this horror stuff. Well, I don't think she liked to do it. She just liked Joe. But now there's no other big names. David Winter's in it. David Winter is in it. He also directed it. He was in what was the name of that thing? West Side Story. He was in West Side Story. He was in other stuff, but that's the one that jumps out. But he wasn't a big name anymore at this point in time. According to the documentary I saw in here, where Sal was saying Joe didn't like to have any names bigger than him in his movies, but he spent his entire career before doing like Godfather, Nightwings, Rocky. He was in a lot of movies, and he was just a small fish, and there were so many other big names. So when he made a movie like this or Maniac, he only wanted to be just him. He wanted to be the whole kit and caboodle, which I guess is fair. But now this movie is not bad. It's not as gory as Maniac. It's slow moving. But he plays a wackadoo. Okay, he plays a wackadoo, but he doesn't play the only wackadoo. So you'll have to. I don't want to spoil this film. I don't know what the odds are of finding it, but if you do, I don't want you to be like, well, it's no good. I'm treading carefully here. I don't want to spoil it. You could go online and see a synopsis yourself. If you want to spoil it yourself, go right on ahead. I'm not going to do it for you. But I enjoyed it. I wish it was a little faster paced. But I did like it. The stuff between Joe and his mother his mother, she seemed like she was a sweet little old lady. But yeah, his mom's in the movie with him. His real life apartments, and it's all in documentary about, are the interviews where it was filmed. It's all his home. The taxi cab they used was the cab that he really drove. It says he made money doing the cab on the side. So, uh, driving a cab on the side. So yeah. So yeah, Maniac 2, Love to Kill, or what it's really called, the last horror film. I'm gonna put. I put the link. I put the link in the description for Severin, but I'm pretty sure it's out of print, so you'll have to find it somehow. But I suggest you see it. I own almost all the movies he's in. Because I got Nightwings, Godfather, Rocky. I got all that stuff. Um, I own Maniac. I got that from Severin too, or was it Blue Underground? I don't remember. It's in the next room. Doesn't matter. But I have Last Horror Film. I have Maniac, and I have The Undertaker. I had no idea about The Undertaker, and I saw that it was the last film he made before he passed away, and actually he passed away while he was still filming it. And I didn't know anything about it, so I picked that one up off. It was a Vinegar Syndrome release, and I couldn't find it. It was out of print, so I had to get it from eBay. And luckily, I found someone, or I bought it at a time when no one was carrying. I don't know, but I bought it off eBay for $20, which was I feel, because I wanted it and I had really wanted to see it. It was worth the $20. Didn't come with a slipcover. I'm sure if it came with a slipcover, he would have probably sold it for like $10,000. But it didn't have the slipcover, so it was only $20. But I'm not a if it look. I'm one of those kind of movie collectors. I care about the movie. I don't care about the bells and whistles. I like having interviews and stuff. I like having special features. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the special features. If it's very bare bones, I get upset when I buy it. Like when I bought Evil Dead Rise and there was nothing. I was like, man. But this one wasn't chock full, but it had some stuff. I prefer when it's chock full. But usually places like this, Severin and them, they like to do chock full of stuff. Major studios kind of don't. But who else was going to release this movie anyway? But I do like. I don't care about the packaging though. I mean, it's just cool packaging. It's cool. It came with the book and everything, and I'm a fan of cool packaging. But it doesn't matter to me. If this had came just like this, I still would have bought it. So, but anyway, it didn't have a slipcover, so I didn't care. I just wanted to see The Undertaker. I liked that movie a lot for what it was. I like Joe Spinell. Everybody says he was a weirdo, but from the way it looks, from the way things look, about his life, he probably was a nice. He gave his money away, so he was a nice guy. He was a friendly guy. Just hey, it is what it is. But anyway, Maniac 2, or the original official title. If you're out there looking for Maniac 2 and you don't find it, like I said, the movie's actually called The Last Horror Film. I just keep looking down and seeing Maniac 2. The Last Horror Film. Like I said, it's a good movie. It's not one of his best, but it's not terrible. But you should check it out. For the historical purpose, in my opinion, of film historian. If you're like a film historian, and not an official one where you could write a book or anything, but like just a hobbyist who loves the history of film. This is a good film, and the document and the interviews on it are. I keep saying documentaries. There's just little interviews. The interviews in here are really good. So I'll put the link up there, but I doubt it's there. But yeah. So until next time, that's all I got to say. Make sure you check me out on B Movie TV. Only available on ROKU. Find it on your channel on the channel store. Love B movies? It's a place to be. Also check me out on Vortex Radio, vortex-radio.com. And don't forget, if you feel like it, you could pick up some Rogue, because this channel is powered by Rogue. And with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna walk that way, change shirts and film another one. Be honest with you. But yeah, The Last Horror Film. Check it out. It's not bad. Not good. It's not bad. See you guys.